when you're dealing with sellers that's in pre-foreclosure, there's a mindset that the seller is in. And when you're doing a pre-foreclosure, you don't want to come in and have them look at you like, when was that crossroads? What happened at that time or point in their life where they started missing payments? Now, I want to say something, because this is wholesaling. This is a wholesaling, channel right here. My YouTube channel is for wholesaling. So a pre-foreclosure is when, hey, I'm back with another video, and I see a lot of people complain about sellers in pre-foreclosure that do not understand the situation they're in, or making it hard for them to buy the house, or they just like, these people, they don't understand what's going on. They're losing their house. They don't want to sell it. They don't want to talk to me, and they just don't understand the mind frame that the seller is in when you're dealing with people that's in pre-foreclosure. Now, I want to say something, because this is wholesaling. This is a wholesaling, channel right here. My YouTube channel is for wholesaling. And so a pre-foreclosure is when someone has a mortgage, and they just missed a lot of payments, and the bank is like, look, you missed too many payments, we're going to take this property back, and we have to do a foreclosure. So pre-foreclosure is when they give them notice that, look, we're going to start a foreclosure if you don't catch up on the arrears or the past payments you owe us, and they give them time to do that. So that's a pre-foreclosure, and you can wholesale a pre-foreclosure. Same as anything else. They owe the bank. If there's some equity there, we can give them an offer. If what they owe is, the price is good enough for you to make a deal from what they owe and pay that off, and still have some equity, and make a wholesale deal. A lot of times there isn't enough equity, and an investor will come in and say, well, we need to do a short sale. A short sale is, you owe the bank 200. You say, look, it's not worth 200. I'll give you 150 in a short sale. The bank is going to take a loss of $50,000 to just say, you know what, we're going to wash our hands. Give us the 150. We'll take it, write it off our books. Now, if you do a short sale, you cannot wholesale that property. And don't try to wholesale a property doing a short sale. Good for fix and flips, good for buying whole. If you got a partner, say, look, we can take it down, we can buy it, and then if you want to resell it, but they'll have a stipulation that you cannot sell that property or flip that property within a certain amount of time. So we're not going to get into all of that, but just let you know that pre-foreclosure, you can wholesale. If there's some equity there, you can get what the bank owes and pay them off and do a deal. But if you do a short sale, you cannot wholesale that short sale. So just wanted to make that clear. Now, when you're dealing with sellers that's in pre-foreclosure, right? There's a mindset that the seller is in. And when you're doing a pre-foreclosure, don't just run in talking about money. Because with a pre-foreclosure, the seller is in a different mindset. And they're really not in the same mindset as somebody that's dealing with a vacant home or even a probate. They're dealing in a mindset. They're not dealing in reality because, for one, they believed that they were going to live in this house forever. This is their forever home. So when you're talking to somebody that's saying, like, this is my forever home, they bought the house, they was going to raise their family here, and probably did raise their family there. They got married in the house, or they got married and then bought the house with their spouse, their husband or wife, and they lived in it. They raised kids. Kids probably went off to college, moved out. They had great memories, holidays, and now something happened. Something happened. Their spouse probably died. They lost their job. they got sick, whatever happened, they couldn't maintain the property by themselves anymore. And now they just putting their head in the sand. They looking at themselves as a failure. They're ashamed, and they just don't have anybody to talk to, or don't want to talk to nobody. They don't want anybody to know that they're in this situation. They're not asking for help, and they're going to go down with the ship. They're just going to stay there until it's taken, boarded up, and somebody locked them out, and say the bank is just locking them out and saying, we've taken the property back. So when you're talking to sellers that's in pre-foreclosure, please understand they're not dealing in reality at this time. So don't think that whatever you're saying to them logically is going to make sense. So you have to go in with some empathy, and you have to understand what they're going through. You have to really try to relate and have empathy and understand that this person is losing a part of them that they're attached to, that their life is attached to, their identity is attached to, their family is attached to. So when you're speaking to them, understand that this is what's keeping them holding on to their house. And you don't want to come in and have them look at you like you're the same as the bank. You running in just talking about money and how much money I can give you, and that's not moving them. They like, you trying to take my house away from me. Like the bank. They're going to look at you like you're the bank, like you're just trying to take their house away from them. So come in and talk to them and try to relate to them and get them to tell you their story. You have to come in and at some point where they had that crossroads, you need to find out what happened at those crossroads. You want them to tell you their story. I have sat with sellers in pre-foreclosure in their kitchen, in their living rooms, on their porch. Brought them drinks and food. Hey, what you drinking? What you eat? Come back with food and drink, and we just talk. And a lot of times we don't talk about the house. You know, we talk about situations, what happened in their life. If someone passed away, what happened? How they get behind? Where was that? When was that crossroads? What happened at that time or point in their life where they started missing payments? And when it got hard, and when those situations happened, you know, and when things fell apart, you want to get them to open up and try to tell you about those times and talk and have them talk about those times and open up. If you can get them to open up and talk about their situation and build that trust, because they have to trust you. They want to talk to someone. They want to talk to a friend. They can't talk to their friends. They can't talk to their family because they're ashamed, and they're ashamed, and they feel guilt, and they just feel like a failure at times, and they just don't know how to open up, but don't want to open up. You know, everybody go through stuff, and they're not going to tell the bad stuff. You don't see people posting about the bad stuff that's happened to them all the time, and people just feel ashamed. So understand that and come in and try to relate to them, talk to them, have some empathy. And if you can get that and have those conversations, then you can circle back around and help them out of their situation and let them know, listen, if they have equity in the house, that you can help them not lose the house, but also be able to move on, have some dignity in their life, and put some money in their pocket from the equity that they have, and let them know they don't just have to lose their house and their memories, and they can walk away with some money after you built that relationship and that rapport where they trust you and they're willing to let you help them. So, but it takes time. And it's not easy dealing with people in pre-foreclosure, and that's losing a part of them, because that's what they're losing. They're not just losing their house, they're losing a part of them that they worked 10, 15, 20 years and built memories over 15, 20 years and have, you know, they put their life into it. So they're losing their life, a part of their life. So understand that and just take your time, relate to them, I can tell you a story about, it wasn't my story, but it's a friend of mine and his wife that purchased a house. Took them 12 months, a whole year. But the lady, the seller that they was talking to, they would get on the phone and the wife would just talk to this lady. But the lady, the seller, would just talk and 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 talk. So much that the wife would put the phone down and come back and pick it up, and the lady would still be talking. After 12 months of this, the ladies finally decided to sell the house to them. And you know why? She sold them the house because, guess what? She felt like she was selling the house to a friend. Now, the wife did listen to her and talk to her, but at times the lady would just keep talking. But she felt like she had someone that listened to her and understood her because she listened. And she wound up selling that house to my friend and her wife. And his wife, and to the couple. So understand that pre-foreclosures is a different, I'm not going to say animal, they're not animal, but it's a different, they're different people. So understand that they're different people, come to the table a different way, with sincerity and some empathy, and just have a conversation. It's not easy to get that conversation. So if you need to sharpen your skills on how to communicate with people that's going through stuff, then do that. So you can be a better communicator with people that is going through hard times, is going to give you a rough time to break through that wall to talk to them. And once you break through that wall and you talk to them, and they open up about their family and what happened to them and the situation, and you get through that barrier and you can help them, and they let you help them, listen, you'll feel good about yourself and they'll feel good about themselves, and you'll feel good that you got through to somebody that you can help them where they just don't go down with the sinking ship, and they can put some money in their pocket and move on with dignity. And it's a win-win for everybody. And it's a good thing dealing with pre-foreclosures when you can help people out those situations, and walk away not feeling bad, So I just wanted to talk to people that I see it a lot. And I'm talking to those people that really be going after pre-foreclosures but don't understand. And when I say go after them, they get online and they start like making fun, kind of like making fun, like these people don't know, they losing their house. What's wrong with them? They just gonna lose it. They don't want to deal with me, and they don't understand the mindset of somebody in pre-foreclosure. And I just want to end there. Check out my other video of how to pull pre-foreclosure list, and listen, talk to the people, have some empathy, be sincere, and just follow up and try to break through. And if they trust you, they'll do a deal with you. They'll let you help them out their situation. And they need a friend. So they want to sell to a friend. They're going to sell to a friend. Somebody that comes in and they feel like they got a connection and they can relate to them. All right. Check my other video. Peace. Be safe. Keep grinding.